I found something that belonged to the brave man. And a place that he might have been recently.
Mom, is he alive?
I don't know.
Welcome to Knock Bro Nation.
Welcome back, guys. Jarrell here.
And I'm Josh, and today, been a while, but we have some Rick Grimes news.
Yeah, a little bit of news, if you haven't heard of already.
Discussion of Rick Grimes' movie.
Yeah, guys. So, recently Scott Gimple gave some news after the Fear the Walking Dead mid-season finale. They were talking everything The Walking Dead, the extra episodes that are going to be coming in February. Rick Grimes' news came up, and not too much with it, but they're still working on it. The biggest news is that they are still planning on releasing it in movie theaters as planned. We know with COVID going on, this movie probably will not be released potentially till next year. We really don't know. But
I hope it's next year.
Yeah.
I hope it's next year. But
yeah.
guys, this is on the heels of Warner Brothers just releasing the news that they are releasing their entire 2021 slate of movies.
17 movies.
Yeah, that's nuts. To HBO Max.
Subscribers, yeah.
That's crazy.
It's huge.
I mean, it is, and I want to know your thoughts on this. Like, AMC theaters was pissed about that. Like they held nothing back when they released a tweet, basically saying that they were outraged.
They were mad. They were also, I think, they were also kind of blacklisting like Universal movies, which this movie is owned by Universal.
Don't you think that they should have been at least a little bit prepared of that type of news coming out? Like that was going to be my question to you.
Yeah, I mean, due to the pandemic, of course, the industry has taken a big hit. The movie industry, nobody's going to the movie theaters. And then it also depends on how everything goes next year with vaccines. Will people even still feel comfortable going to a movie theater? Are movie theaters still going to have somewhat of restrictions? Are they going to space people out?
I will.
You know, I mean...
You feel comfortable?
If everything gets better with COVID, yes, I will especially for this movie, I want to go see it.
It's all up in the air, right? Like, the good news here is they're still planning on releasing the Rick Grimes movie in theater. And I don't know. I'm kind of mixed feelings about that. I really am. Because do they really have a theatrical fan base?
Well, that's what they're building. And Scott Gimple has said many times that, you know, the creation of this film is very different. You know, going from creating a movie from a TV show or even working on a TV show, vastly different things you have to work on, and which we understand that making a movie is huge, budgeting, getting permits in cities like TV shows have to do as well. But it's just on a much bigger scale and how they're writing this.
Yeah.
And the big thing with Rick Grimes, and it's kind of what they did with World Beyond, is they're wanting to bring in new audiences that you do not have to watch The Walking Dead in order to watch this.
That's insane.
Now, the World Beyond,
I get it.
I get World Beyond. You necessarily did not have to watch the entire series to understand it. Rick Grimes, you're going to need to know a little bit about it.
Yeah, I mean, sure, he's an iconic character, right? And if you don't know Rick Grimes of The Walking Dead, then you must be living under a rock, because that is the character for The Walking Dead. The problem, though, is that you coming into this movie as a new viewer and them saying that you don't have to watch all the material, like, well, then you're missing out on some of the iconic things that Rick Grimes did throughout his Walking Dead lifetime.
Yeah, what led him to be
the
where he is, which I'm sure they could show flashbacks to kind of get people involved in who this guy is and why he's where he is in the movie, which they could do that.
Let's talk about that. Are those flashbacks new flashbacks? Like, meaning we might get scenes of Rick with Michonne? Because here's the deal, too. If you're doing a Rick Grimes movie, you're going to assume that the end game, the end goal, is for him to get back to Michonne and family. Well, guess what? If you're a new viewer, not only do you need to know about Rick Grimes, but now you need to know about the other characters.
Exactly.
So are the flashbacks going to be new scenes that we as viewers of The Walking Dead have not seen before?
It's gonna.
Wouldn't that be kind of awesome?
It would be cool if they did new scenes, but also scenes from the show.
Yeah.
You know, certain scenes from the show that would like have it in black and white or something. That would kind of look cool.
But then that's what I was gonna say is like if you're a viewer that's already seen those particular scenes, you're like, come on. I mean, why would you want to see that in the theater?
Correct. Yeah, I see what you're saying now. I mean, for fans, we don't really need to see the flashbacks, but I think as you're watching a movie, it could still help with the story. Yeah. But in the back of your mind, you're like, yep. Yeah, I mean,
it's really
get on with it.
They're really in a difficult position of trying to please two different fan bases. Like, and I'm not even really. It's not even a fan base. People that haven't watched it,
right?
Interested crowds.
Yeah. It's. I mean, the movie industry has said that they feel that they're going to be strong like late 2021 and beyond. I think they feel that the industry is going to come back after the COVID situation gets better, and people are going to come back to the movies.
Do we have a director yet?
As far as I know, I do not think they have a director yet, or even a producer.
Yeah.
We don't know anybody else who's been cast in it. Even Pollyanna McIntosh, we believe that she's in it, but I don't know it's been confirmed that she has been casted, but we're assuming she is. Let us know if they have released that or not, but as far as I know, they haven't. But I mean, yes. I mean, to be honest, I definitely will go back to the theaters if everything is good to see this movie. Yeah. But I wonder, like, what will they do? Like, let's say they start filming next year, and they slate it for maybe a late 2021 release. What will they do if COVID ramps up again and theaters have to close? And do you think that they will postpone it to the following year? I mean, they postpone movies all the time.
To address the first part, I think that all depends on, not to get back to the vaccine,
right,
but how many people take the vaccine.
Right.
Unfortunately, that's become politicized, and we won't go into that.
Yeah.
But
plus also filming, because even the TV shows are taking precautions.
They would absolutely have to push it to 2022.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate because you have a lot of people that are waiting for this movie to come out. Well, yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
And you guys.
But not to mention, we've discussed this in previous videos, but you're losing that momentum that you had.
A lot of people have already lost it a little. Not too much.
They're losing interest. And here's another thing is, correct me if I'm wrong, but it feels like they are, they're getting things ready for the movie. And what I mean by that is World Beyond, Walking Dead.
Yeah.
They're going to start having things with Rick pretty soon. And that's going to lead into the movies. And timing is right when it comes to that.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, I agree with you. If they have to postpone it, they will. And they should. You know, there's been movies that have been postponed years before it comes out. Yeah. So we don't want this one to be postponed years, but we do want them to be as safe as they can with everything going on. And then if timing is right, that they feel that everyone's going back to the movies, because I think they're going to get a gauge when theaters start opening back up, movies start coming out. They're going to get an idea of, okay, how much are people going back to the theater?
Yeah.
They'll get an idea. You know, I hope that they wouldn't change their mind at the last minute and say, oh, we're just going to throw this up on AMC networks.
Yeah.
Don't do that, you know, if it happens. But if that's what they have to do, then do it.
I actually wish they would.
On the AMC network?
Yeah, I wish they would. I wish this
was the original plan.
Yeah, I wish this was a direct to AMC release. Like I'm not a big fan of the theatrical release.
But I would rather watch, we wouldn't have to watch commercials because we have AMC Premiere, but I know a lot of people would probably hate to have to watch the Rick Grimes movie on regular AMC with commercials.
Because they pack so many damn commercials.
Because that movie's probably going to be what? I don't know, an hour?
If you watched,
2 hours long?
If you watched Walking Dead back in the day, like the first few seasons, the commercials were insanely long. And that's because it was the most popular television show on cable TV. So, of course, they're going to get those commercials, those sponsorships, right?
Yeah, they got to make their money, which we understand. All right, guys, so we are super excited, as always, for the Rick Grimes movie. Stay tuned for any more news that comes out. Let us know what you think about it still being out in the theaters if they do release it. Do you feel comfortable? Would you feel comfortable going to the movies, or would you rather have it be put on AMC Premiere, AMC Plus, and watch it without commercials that way?
Yeah.
Let us know what you think, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. I'm Jarrell.
I'm Josh.
We're Narco Nation.
We're out.